Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Founders Club Zoom. It has been a couple weeks, for good reason, since we were on here with you guys. So we missed you guys, and please mute yourself when you come in. There you go. But we missed you guys so much. Those of you guys that we were able to rub shoulders with, take pictures with, hug on, meet in person for the first time in Vegas. That was priceless. And if you guys missed the event, you really missed out because it was phenomenal. First of all, I want you to drop in the comments. It looks like some people already have, but drop in where you're joining us from. And then we will also drop in what your Founders Club points are now. Like, what are you at right now? You can add how many unique accounts you want, or if you want to, but let's check in and see, because it has been a couple weeks. So, but we appreciate you guys being here with us tonight. Sorry, I was trying. And now I'm muted. So, okay. Can you guys hear me? So, okay, I got a thumb. Okay, so we are super excited to be back here with you guys. There is so much going on. Now, as you're dropping your numbers in the chat, make sure you're not getting discouraged. You are not comparing yourself to anyone else, because everybody's different on this journey, but be proud of where you're at. If you have one Founders Club point, congratulations. If you have 150 Founders Club points, congratulations. You guys, we still have 5.5 months to earn this trip. How many of you guys still are going to Jamaica? Is everybody still planning on going to Jamaica? I am so excited. It's going to be an amazing trip. So we are going to do something a little bit different tonight. I have picked on a few people that it was either their very first event they have ever attended, or it was their very first time in the Founders Club Lounge, or both. So I want to hear from them. We're just going to kind of give them the floor. And you guys, if you have not been to an event, get to an event. You have got to be at Zingfest in October in Kentucky, because that's where you're going to get recognized for earning this trip. So you don't want to miss it, because you're going to get to walk the stage. You're going to get to be present with everybody. You're going to get to be in the Founders Club Lounge. And those of you guys who it was your first time in the lounge, I cannot wait to hear from you and kind of how you felt about that. So first of all, and you guys, these cute ladies, some of them are so nervous. I just love it. But I am going to call on Mary Stringer. So Mary, if you would unmute yourself, we are going to hear some takeaways from her and just the overwhelming feeling of how she felt. It was her first time in the lounge at Founders Club, and I am so flipping excited to hear from you. So Mary, come on in and introduce yourself and share a little bit about it.
Okay, so I am Mary Stringer. I've been on the program for a while. Rosie got me hooked on it, and so I started sharing and helping others. And this was my first time to get to go into the Founders Club Lounge. And it was so fun. They had like everything set up, anything you would need, any product, almond milk, all kinds of things. They had ice. Like, I'm an ice lover. I love ice. I was like, oh my gosh, I get some ice in my water. So I was super excited. And they had like cute little photo areas set up with couches and backdrops. And it was just a lot of fun for me. One of the things that, I took away from this meeting, it was so fun. My sister came with me, but I really loved it when Robin Packard had her girls on stage, and she was like, hey, you go make posts and you go make messages and, do that over here. And then she told the other girls, she said, now you go talk to people in person. And so Jade was the one who went to talk to everybody in person. And when she first went down there, she was a little bit quiet about it and getting one person at a time. And within just a couple of minutes, like, the momentum just picked up and everyone was excited. And she just kept going with it, like had 40 people up there, And I thought about that. I was like, that is so true. When we're in front of people and talking to people and getting excited, like, that momentum gets going and you just can't stop. You're just too excited to stop. And so I thought about, okay, when I get back, I really need to get things going and get in person. And I didn't have time to think about it because I had my girl Taylor going for Quick Start, and it ended on Tuesday at midnight. So here I have had no sleep in Vegas. And I was like, Taylor, we got to get you to Quick Start. I'm like, get some people together. Let's have a sip and see. And she was like, what's a sip and see? I'm like, just invite people. We'll do it. And so shout out to Rosie for letting me use her gym. She's got a room up there, and we just threw it together because, that was just important. We just had to get it done. So we went there. We had a good time. We had a great turnout. She hit her Quick Start. And I was like, this is awesome. And so my friend Julie, who's also doing this with me, we have a live event going next week. Actually, it's a women's expo. And then my other sister is throwing a sip and see next Saturday. And so it's just, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I need to be doing. And I got excited, and I'm like, just going with it. So that was my biggest takeaway.
That is awesome. I want to start doing them again too. You guys, I grew my entire business from in-home meetings and these kind of things, and the get-togethers and the belly to belly, the face to face. So we need to get back to that. We're missing that personal connection with people. So I love that you're doing it, and it's so much fun. How many of you guys want to go try one of these now, because she's having success with it? Get them in the book. So Mary, you did awesome. I know you were so scared. You're going to get picked on a lot now. So congratulations on making Founders Club Lounge, and can't wait to be in Jamaica with you. You did awesome, girl.
Thank you.
All right, Joni. I know she is a rock star. Joni, we are going to bring you on here. I know it was your very first event and your very first Founders Club Lounge. And if I am not mistaken, I think you were kind of tricked into doing this or forced into doing this. So I would love for you to jump on, Joni.
Yeah. Well, my name's Joni, and I came into this program back in September. And I came in to lose 10 or 15 pounds. I thought that's what I was going to be doing, and I did. But shortly thereafter, Melissa talked to me. She's my sponsor. She's also my cousin, and she was working on Cabo. And she said, "Hey, let's get you upgraded, and you can help me get to Cabo." And I'm like, "Okay, sure." And yeah, we just ran with it. And she got to go to Cabo, so I got to be a part of helping her get there. And that was just really rewarding. And so I just kind of kept going. And so here I am 7 months later, still maintaining my loss that I made. I've made lots of new friends. And I did go to Houston for the regionals. So I met some of my Team Grace. I met some of them. So that was really fun to see them when I showed up for Fling. So some familiar faces, and that was really fun. But the Founders Club Lounge was just like Mary described. All of that was really fun. And also I had a really good conversation in there with one of the people, and I can't remember her name. She's from Canada. She gave me some really good ideas as far as getting X-Brand partners, because I'm doing really well on my points. I think I have 82 points, and I have 2 managers and 1 quick start. So I really need to work on my X-Brand partner. So she gave me some good ideas. So I have had 2 phone calls this week of 2 of my customers who are interested in upgrading. So we're working on that. And yeah, I loved Zing Fling. One of the things that I really loved was the awards night, because it was just really cool to see everyone all dressed up, but the event itself wasn't like a stuffy event or anything. It's just everyone was celebrating everybody and everything. And I just love that, people rushing up to the stage to take pictures of their people and cheering them on. And that's just what it's all about. We're just here to cheer on everybody and celebrate every inch, every pound, every brand partner we bring on, and just all the successes. And so I'm just having a ball and looking forward to Jamaica.
Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it. That's amazing. And so what did you think of the lounge? I know that was your first everything.
It was, yes. I loved the lounge. It was really fun. It was fun to meet some people that like I've just been seeing on Facebook or whatever. And just to really just see that everybody's just, we're all just people. We're all just, trying to make a go of this. And it was just a lot of fun to take pictures with people that I've just seen on Facebook and things like that. And yeah, like Mary said, all the goodies that they had out. I was excited about the almond milk because I wanted to make my shake. So, and it was fun to have all those products out that we could just help ourselves too. So that was a real treat.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I think so too. And you guys, if you or when you earn the Founders Club Lounge, that means you have earned the quarters for Founders Club. They feed you. There was food in there for breakfast, food in there for lunch. I mean, that saved a ton of money, right? And then they give you $100 for each quarter that you hit. So any of you guys that hit, you guys know that. Any of you guys that hit the Founders Club Lounge, you got a deposit a couple days ago for those quarters. So fun. Joni, thank you so much and congratulations. I'm going to start asking people for favors. That's what I just learned from that. So congratulations, girl. And then Tammy Knotts, I'm going to have you unmute yourself. And I know you've been to events before, but this was your first lounge. And I know you were so excited to be there. So Tammy, are you there? Unmute, darling.
I'm trying.
There you go. I can hear you now. Go ahead.
Yeah, so this was my third event that I've gone to, but I have to say it was my absolute favorite. It was just phenomenal. There were so many great speakers. My favorite was Cynthia Evans, actually. She was like a last minute speaker, and she was just raw and real and just really put it out there, like what I needed to hear, like what I need to say, talking to people and actually putting our phone down and talking to people. So for the conference, that was phenomenal. As for the Founders Club Lounge, a lot of things, like I had my shake before I went down because I had no idea what to expect. And I go down and I find almond milk and I had to have mine with water and I hate it with water. And I was like, oh my gosh. So then the next day I could have it, with my almond milk. Like Christy said, they feed you. I mean, and not just little stuff. I mean, it was a full spread of food in there. We took lots of great pictures. It was great. I got to have a picture with Stacy, Melissa, and Christy. So that was super, super great. And as soon as I get it printed out, it's going to go up on my vision board because that's how I'm going to get to Jamaica. You also get a special line in the store to go check out. The line is crazy, but if you are a Founders Club person, you get a special line and it's not as long. So it definitely was worth it that way. She said the $100. Yeah, I got my $100. I was pretty excited about that. That was pretty cool. They gave us a gift when we first showed up. So that was really nice. We got a really nice, I don't have it in here, really nice shaker bottle, real big one. Super great. You got to mingle with so many different people in there. All the top earners and things. You got to see them in there, go talk to them, just mingle with all the different people that you probably always want to try to find. And that's where you'll find them, is in that lounge, because they're pretty much all there. So that was really amazing. Got to take pictures with all kinds of people in there. And then just, it just kind of felt special that it was like, oh, sorry, we're leaving. We're going to the Founders Club Lounge. And so it's kind of felt kind of cool to just kind of be in there and just that you're kind of in this special club.
Oh, awesome. Great takeaways. Yeah, I forgot about the gift. I forgot about the line. So I'm glad you brought those up because when the line is wrapped around, what's that?
And a special registration line, but if you go early, it doesn't really matter, but.
Right. And a different colored lanyard that everybody was so excited about. There you go. Yep. The little orange lanyard. Yep. Well, congratulations, Tammy. I'm super excited for you. And I love to hear people's first responses, like to what their what they're getting themselves into, because it is special and it's somewhere that everyone should want to be. And now we're going to talk to a couple people who it was their first event. And I love to hear this because I've been here for 13 years. So I know how cool it is. I know the energy from the events. I know how fun it is to hug everybody and meet everybody and put faces to names and all of the things, but what I love even more is seeing new people come to their first event, new team members come to their first event, walk across the stage for the first time, get their name, shouted out on the speaker for the first time. All of those things, they are so special. And so, Kim Klunder, I am going to bring you on here. I know it was your first event and I just want to hear it, girl. So are you able to unmute?
I'm unmuted.
Yay.
I have a couple takeaways. But for me, I wasn't able to go to Zing Fest. And so our daughter had a baby. So I was not able to be there. So that would have been technically my first one. So I've been involved since February. I started like last February. And then last June is when I became a distributor. So I was really bummed to not be able to go there. But for me, I'm a people person and I'm a touch person. So Christy, if you remember, I met you in the pool and I just had to touch your hand because you see all you on FaceTime and on Zooms and trainings, and you have developed this relationship, but you don't. For me, my husband said, "What are you most excited for?" I said, "Just hugging on these people and meeting who I know, but I don't know, right?" And just the realness and the rawness that was shared was just so authentic. I told my husband, I heard more Jesus this weekend than I do in church on Sunday. And that was very, very refreshing for me to know that I am involved and surrounded with people who aren't afraid to talk about it and love it and give God the credit for where they're at. So one was touch for me, breakout sessions with Melissa and Danielle Ripley. I've been busting my butt and I'm getting nowhere fast because I'm doing it by myself. So Melissa said what did she say? If you make and work for Founders Club, your business will grow. So I had to switch my whole thought process of how am I going to make my business grow? I need to build my team. So I went to a restaurant, acai bowls. Has anybody ever had an acai bowl? They're all natural ingredients. I am setting up shop there probably next week and probably getting this business owner to purchase collagen and trim sticks, put in her all natural acai bowls. So thank you, Melissa. So I just need to work on growing my team because without that, I can't get to Founders Club. And then the other thing was the time blocking. I have a hard time with the boundary in the time blocking because people always can't talk during the day and they have to talk at night. And I've got a husband that would like to spend time with me, and phone calls and all the training and the meetings are at night. So I've had to learn how to balance. So that whole talk about time blocking was very huge for me. So I would say, and then the disco party, man, that was a great way to end the night and the party and the weekend. So those were some good takeaways for me, just to touch the people that you love and you see and make it real.
Oh, I love that so much because that's me too. I love the people. I love the hugs. I love all of that. And I've been here, you guys, next month will be 13 years. I know you guys heard me say that all the time, but that was the best after party we have had in 13 years.
Really?
It was amazing. I loved the fun pictures. If you guys missed it, you missed it because the pictures were fun. The games were fun. The costumes were fun. It was just amazing. So I would love to know how that goes with getting the collagen and that into that little shop. You got to fill us in because that's so exciting.
I'll keep you posted.
Yep. It's fun to step out of your box, get out of your own way, get out of your own head and see some magic happen. So super proud of you, Kim. Thank you for sharing.
You're very welcome.
Alicia's not on here, right? Alicia, if you could unmute if you are. I don't think she is. Okay, so Jenny, you're gonna bring it on home, girl.
Okay. So my husband came with me to hang out in Vegas, and he sat through the first session and was hooked and stayed the rest of the time. So I started as a customer in July and upgraded in August. I'm in Pennsylvania, and my team is in Texas, California, Wisconsin. So it was super exciting to meet them in person, to talk with them, spend time with them. My biggest takeaways, and it was really hard to narrow it down because I think all of us could probably talk for an hour about our experiences. But a common thread was to get back to basics, making phone calls, video chats, in person, and sharing your story. And Jessie Joe said, when you're out in public, put your phone down and, start interacting with people, talking to strangers, which is kind of daunting, but that's what I'm going to do. I have to, even though I'm afraid, just to push through it. So by doing all those things on a daily basis, we're building relationships, and that's really the core of our business. Also, another common thread was to lead with the business. And even if you don't have a business story, like I've not earned any trips yet, I will. You can say to, a potential partner, hey, there's some great trips and I'd really love to earn them together. And that's something that I heard. It might have been from Cynthia Evans, but I can't be 100% sure. And then asking questions, not just, how much weight do you want to lose? Digging deep all the way down to the core. Same with if they want to come on for the business, not just, when they say they want to earn $500 a month, don't just leave it there. Keep going deeper, look for clues, and pay attention to what they're not saying. And I think the final thing that I heard a lot of different speakers talk about was having belief in yourself. And if you don't have it, you can borrow it from someone until you have it in yourself. And I definitely feel like I have more belief in myself coming off of Fling than I did going in, which I think is really great. And something I'm often reminded of, and heard it again there, was everything is in God's time. So I just have to keep doing what I'm doing, push myself outside of the box. I took a lot of notes, so I have a pretty good game plan. And my husband and I have already got our airline tickets for Fest, and he's super pumped about going too. So that's awesome.
I love that. And I love that he got a little taste and he wouldn't leave. Like that is super, super cool. I love it. It's always good to have that support. But Jenny, great job. I love your takeaways. And I'm just going to, before I turn it over to Stacy, I just want to kind of throw this out here. She mentioned how they talked about putting your phone down when you're out in public. And I know that that's so hard for us because I don't know how we ever lived without these things, because we do everything on our phone. Like they are our lifeline to the world, I swear. But I want you guys to think back to a time that you were complimented for something. Okay, when you were complimented for anything, whether it be your hair, whether it be, your shirt, whether it be your shoes, whether it be your smile, whether it be something that you have been complimented for, and how that made you feel. Okay, when you were complimented, it didn't matter what kind of a day you were having, that took you in a different direction, right? It took me in a different direction. If I'm having a downer day and I have somebody give me a compliment, it totally changes the direction of my day. So I know a lot of times people are afraid to talk to people in public, or they're afraid to, make that first connection, or they're not sure what to say because they don't want to mess up. You guys get good at giving compliments to people. Challenge yourself. Okay. Go to the store and give 5 people compliments and just see what that does to their energy. Okay. It is going to change the direction of their day. If they're having a good day, guess what? It just got a heck of a lot better. If they're not having so good of a day, you are going to make someone smile. So really, if you put the focus on just trying to change the direction of someone's day, I promise you're going to get more comfortable with it. And pretty soon you're going to be having conversations with strangers and you're going to be like, this is weird. How did this happen? Like, I was scared to talk to people before. You're going to notice that you're going to try to get, into their networks. You're going to start listening to people more. People are going to feel more comfortable with you, because when you get comfortable doing something, you're just going to expand. I hope that kind of makes sense. Just worry about changing the direction of someone's day. Don't worry about getting 5 phone numbers. Yes, that's wonderful if you can get connections with people, but just get good at helping people, because I promise you, it is contagious. It is contagious. Think about when someone that you've started, if you've gotten a customer or a distributor or something, someone that you've helped with the products, how did you feel when they told you thank you? If you haven't been told thank you yet, just keep going, because it's going to happen. But when someone else tells you thank you, that will change your life. That will change your energy. That will change the direction of your day, because you're like, holy cow, I made a difference. It is contagious. You want to keep doing that. So I challenge you guys, over these next couple days, go out in public, put your dang phone down, hide it in your purse if the flashing lights distract you. Like, I turn mine over in my purse so no one can talk to me. My kids have a certain ring, so I always know if it's them, I make sure I get it. Other than that, I'm not going to answer. So turn your phone over, make sure that you can't see it so you're not distracted, and intentionally make friends. And what I mean by that is change the direction of these people's days, because chances are, like, I live in kind of a smaller community, and chances are you're going to run into them again. Guess what? People will remember you. I did this to the same person 3 different times, and she is a customer of mine now. Okay. Because the 3rd time I'm like, girl, we are destined to be friends. Like, we are destined to be friends. I keep running into you. There's something drawing me to your energy. Like, we are destined to be friends. She's on my Facebook. She orders the products. Haven't got her to the business yet, but I promise she will be here one of these times. She just started asking me, like, how do you travel so much? What the heck are you doing? I'm like, those products you're putting in your body, that's how. So I'm working on that part. But you guys, it all started with, oh my gosh, I love your pants. Where did you get your pants? That's how it started. That is how it started for that. So you can totally do that, because when you compliment someone, I don't know if any of you guys, and this is kind of off the thing, but I wore a long reddish, maroonish sequin dress to the executive dinner. Okay. I have had that dress for 3 years. When I first got that dress, it fit me the exact same as it fit me at the executive dinner. But I put it on and I was like, ooh, that is way too many sequins for me. Like, that ain't going to happen. I am not wearing that in public, blah, blah, blah. I folded the dress up. I put it back in the bag that it came in, and it has been in the back of my closet for 3 years. When I put that dress on for the executive dinner, I almost took it off 3 times. And my kids kept saying, no, leave it on, Mom. No, it looks great, Mom. And I'm like, you are my kids. Like, you have to say that to me. I have had more compliments on that outfit than I could even imagine, than any other outfit that I've ever worn, probably. Your compliments will mean so much to people. You never know what they're second guessing about themselves. You never know the pick me up that they need. You never know that. So be an influencer, go out there and change the direction of someone's day. So with that, Stacy, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you to close this thing out. But you guys, thank you so much for sharing. Those of you guys who shared, amazing. I learned from the takeaways. I learned as much from takeaways from other people as I did from the event. So Stacy, I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to you.
All right, awesome. And let me tell you, Christy, I'm so glad you shared that, making the connections, because you don't know what that next connection is going to lead to. It could be your next customer. It could be your next partner. It could be your next rock star that just explodes your business. So like Christy said, don't be afraid to make those connections. And the best way to do it is absolutely to just compliment people, be attentive, set your phones down, be attentive to them, have conversations with them. And it doesn't have to be about singular necessarily. It can just making that personal connection to where they are following you and seeing what you're doing. And if you're staying connected with them, the opportunity is going to open up at some point, somehow it will. So this is what I want to say about the event, the Zoom this evening is I've enjoyed sitting back and listening to the excitement that you guys have had with just so many different things, to going in there and seeing all the food, to seeing, the products being there, to having a special line for the store, to getting to meet different leaders that you've always wanted to meet and you hadn't had the opportunity to. And if you got, if this was your first event, you've seen how crazy and hectic everything is. I mean, people are moving fast. You're in meetings, boom, you're out of there, back to your room, or going to dinner, or going to the next, the breakouts, moving around quickly. But the lounge for the Founders Club is the place to relax and connect with people. It's an hour long. Get in there as soon as it opens up and stay to the end, because that will give you the opportunity to talk to a lot of people that you've never had that opportunity to talk to before. So for you all who didn't earn this past quarter, I hope that you have heard enough that you are going to be working your tail end off to earn the next one. Because my favorite part of being in there is meeting all of you all. It's having those conversations with people I've not met before, people in this group that, yes, we've seen each other's faces and stuff, but we never had that personal connection. And getting to come up, give you guys hugs, taking pictures with you, and doing all those great things, having short conversations. Those are the things that I like about the Founders Club Lounge. And don't miss it. It's just an amazing experience. I know when, for the first time when you walked in, you probably walked in and what was like, you were wowed. I mean, you had different photo props things set up. You had, places to sit down, places to stand and eat. It was just, to me, it gets better each time. And I think they do that on purpose. I think they want to outdo each one so we can go back and say, you don't want to miss the lounge. This is what they had in there this year. So make sure you're working toward that. And I want to share something with you. I did a training this morning at 9. If you guys were on there, you will hear me say a few different things, or a few things that I said earlier. Do not give up on earning the trip. And I know you're not, because you're here. Okay, that tells me you're not giving up because you're here, you're watching it live, or you're watching the recording. And if you were at the event, stop and think of all the people that earned it in the first 6 months. There were probably 20 or 30 names that were called out and walked across the stage. That is a lot of people in the first 6 months. So with me saying that, there is no reason that everybody on this Zoom is not earning it in the next 6 months. Okay. So make that be your believability. If this amount of people earned it the first 6 months, then I can earn it the next 6 months. And you can. I know you can. Here's some tips. I'm going to go back to some original tips real quick. Go through your back office. Look to see who your customers are. Go through this month and last month. Make a list of those customers. Maybe it's people you haven't talked to yet, or maybe it's people that you have not talked to in a while. Okay, go back and have that conversation with them again about being a partner. Also, make another list. Who are your partners that have not hit manager yet? Okay, maybe they hit their quick start, maybe they didn't, but they haven't hit manager yet. Go through your report, make a list of those people. Then also make a third list of people who have hit manager, but have not hit silver, gold, or platinum. And make that list. and work with those people. Know who you're working with. That is so important. That's probably one of my biggest keys and advices I can give you is know who you're working with. Have that list in front of you, and don't be afraid, for lack of better terms, to remove people from that list and replace them with someone else. If you've got someone that says they want to do something, but they're not, action speaks louder than words. It always does. It always will. So if you've got someone that you're really pushing and dragging and trying to convince to do some simple steps, move on and find someone else to work with. That doesn't mean you won't come back to them, but right now they just need to go near the bottom of the list. Move them to the bottom somewhere and rotate someone else to the top. But that's my advice for you guys tonight. I know each and every one of you in here can earn that trip. I have believability in you that you'll never believe and understand, but you can do it. Each and every one of you can earn that trip. Just work toward it, and use us. If you need help and you need to bounce some ideas or something, talk to us. If, get with your accountability partner, challenge each other. Make sure that you're not just keeping each other accountable, but make sure you're challenging each other on doing the things daily that you need to be doing to earn the trip. So guys, that's it. Love you all. And as always, God bless and have a good night.